Today I want to talk about alcohol, cannabis, and responsibility and the dram shop laws. Now, first of all, I want to talk about beliefs. Some beliefs are not just myths. They're deadly misconceptions. From the absurd idea that drinking coffee or taking a cold shower can magically sober you up, to the laughable notion that sucking on a penny will fool a breathalyzer. These myths have one thing in common. They put lives in danger. You add cannabis to it, then you really have problems. Even more shocking assumption, cannabis doesn't impair driving or that it's safer than alcohol. Both assertions are entirely untrue. Entirely untrue. Combining cannabis with alcohol is a common scenario in establishments that serve both, which we have here in Nevada, and other states have them too. Leads to significant impairment, drastically increasing the risk of fatal crashes. This is why we need dram shop laws in all the states, and they are enforced. Just having them on the books doesn't do any good, which I will talk about. Now, these misconceptions are passed around as common knowledge. It's time to separate fact from fiction and confront the real responsibilities that come with alcohol and drugs and choices we make behind the wheel. Lives depend on it. Alcohol and cannabis are not the only threats on the road. Fentanyl, opioids, and even prescription over-counter drugs are increasingly involved in impaired driving cases, often with tragic consequences. These substances can cause severe drowsiness, confusion, and slow reaction times, turning drivers into unpredictable dangers. The harsh reality is that impaired driving, whether fueled by alcohol, cannabis, opioids, or prescription drugs, destroy lives, including their own. They destroyed my life. They gave me a life sentence. And they took the most beautiful child in the world away from the world who could have saved lives, an emergency room doctor. Without decisive action, the scales of justice will remain tipped against the most vulnerable, our loved ones, forcing those who suffered the greatest harm to carry the heaviest burdens. Us. We have a life sentence. We will always have this sentence. Justice must not be a privilege reserved for a select few. It must serve everyone equitably. Me, you, everybody. To achieve this, we must elect leaders who share our values, prioritize fairness, and are committed to enforcing the law without bias. A leader who turns a blind eye to the wrongdoings enables injustice to flourish, eroding trust in our system and perpetuating cycles of harm. It's time to demand integrity, accountability, and leadership that puts people first.